Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So last week I did a video and it was based on when your feet might be sore because of the shoes that you're wearing at the festive season. Just because it's topical, I thought I would do another video on feet this week. And it's to do with winter and it's something that I get a lot, so I wonder if you get it a lot too. And it's how to heat your feet up when they're absolutely freezing cold, but you can't get access to like a bath or a shower, and it's a case of using some massage movements and some warming up techniques just to get the heat into them. When it's winter time, you're absolutely freezing and you can just feel that your feet are cold to the touch. At the moment, I can feel that my toes are quite cold. I think so many of us, it's not necessarily poor circulation, it's just that your hands and feet get cold really quickly. And then there can be other times when mine are quite warm and they're quite comfortable, but definitely at this time of year, I think it might be useful just to do a follow-up video. So this is the last one, which will follow up to that one before with the shoes. And this is just some techniques to get some heat into those feet when they're feeling particularly cold. Now, everyone's flexibility and their dexterity is different. Also, you might be out and about and you might be using these movements maybe when you're sitting somewhere waiting for someone. You could be at an outdoor venue, you might be in a car, you're wearing shoes. So the movement and the mobility might not be there, but you can adjust these movements to suit, and you can also adapt them to suit your flexibility at that particular point in time. But obviously if you've got a medical condition, don't force anything. But number one, if you cannot get any heat into your feet, you can't get a bath or a shower, then just start moving them and rocking them forwards and backwards. The key goal that we're looking for here is we want to boost the circulation, because with the blood brings heat. So if we can bring heat to that area, that's half the battle. So you may not be able to touch your feet. I'll add in a few movements at the end if you can actually touch your feet, but we'll do these ones as though you're in a situation where you may be wearing your shoes and you cannot actually physically get heat into your feet with your hands and with massage manipulations manually. So you can do this as often as you like. So the rocking is going to boost your circulation. What you can also do is move your feet inwards and outwards. And again, you can do that as often as you like to the level that suits you. And you can even tap when you do it. These are all just little movements. Not only are they flexibility exercises, but they're also helping to get that heat in. Have you ever noticed that you can be particularly cold before, say you're maybe doing an exercise class or you're even going for a walk? But you can do the back too, just do the heels to the ankles. Have you ever been cold before an exercise class, and in the minute you actually start the class, the teacher might begin by saying, how's everyone feeling? And everyone's saying that they're cold. And within a few minutes of the class, everyone's complaining that they're hot. And it is purely because you have boosted your circulation, you've got the blood moving, which brings the heat. So that's a few other ones we can do there. You can hold at the knee if you need to support your leg, and you can do ankle circles. Again, as slow or as fast as you like. Sometimes brisk is better when it's actually for heat purposes. And then we can turn round again. So these are all just, again, you're thinking, get the heat in. Because here in the UK, it is getting into that colder weather. Sometimes you could even be out and about and your shoes just aren't the right shoes for that particular weather, and you can feel your heat just disappearing in your feet, and they're just getting colder and colder and colder. So you can do that too. And then if you want to, you can actually stamp your feet. Now I won't stamp them properly because I'll just shake you, but you could just stamp your feet just to really get the circulation moving. Obviously you can jog on the spot if that's suitable too. That will heat your feet up. But you can stamp as much as you like and then go back to that rocking again. And what you might find is that that's just all it took just to get that circulation moving and just get a little bit of heat into those feet. But just to add in a few movements, if you do actually have the ability to work with your feet and use your hands on them, what you can do is just clamp your hands around your foot and just literally allow the heat to meld from your hands into your foot. You're just heating up your feet, literally just heating them up. And then what you can do is also just weave your fingers into the gaps in your toes and then just manipulate the toes backwards and forwards. And that again is really going to help with just warming those areas up. And if you want, you can do very gentle circles. It's all about what feels good. Think of it as you are the toe separator if you ever do your nails, you know, when you're polishing your nails and you put the toe separator in. And what you'll probably find is if there's coldness in your toes, and I can feel the coolness in my toes just now, you're actually warming them up. You're just distributing the heat from your hands. You're almost like a human hot water bottle and you're warming up your toes that way. What you can also do are some of the old classics, is you can actually do your shaking your feet. So it's almost a bit like some of the massage moves that you've seen me do in other massages for others or reflexology treats. You're literally just shaking the foot, and with those vibrations again comes a boost in circulation, and with it comes heat. And look, I'm not actually doing it as if I'm doing a massage. I am literally just allowing the foot to shake, not doing anything fancy. And then we can go back once more just to the rocking. If it feels good to do so, you can also take the foot and you can just very gently circle the foot. So you know when you were doing the ankle movements, but you were doing it on the floor? If it feels good, you can take the foot and you can do it by hand. These are all going to help. Anything that promotes movement, promotes circulation, which in turn provides heat. And then you could even support the foot and just move the toes individually. And again, it's loosening up, it's warming up, and it's all adding to the benefit of warming up those very, very cold feet. And you could do that as often as you like. And again, just clamping those hands over those feet. Now already my feet feel warmer. Not going to lie, they're not roasting, but they're not as cold as they were. And then a good idea, if you get a chance, is put on those really nice fluffy socks, really toasty. If you can get nice fleecy shoes, that can really help too. Just at this time of year, all the little tricks. Some people use the heat pads that you can get to warm up your hands, and they'll actually pop them in their shoes. There's so many different things you can do. And of course, when you get home, a hot bath or shower or a nice little foot soak, maybe even with some of your Epsom salts or some warming bath essences, can really do the trick. So I hope you found that helpful. It's always good to know what your tricks are for warming up your feet. Look, I'll just keep doing this while we're talking just to keep them warm. It's always good to know what your tips are because we learn so much from each other. But these are just some simple ones in case you're really, really feeling the coolness this winter. As always, have a great day and I'll see you again soon.